In a staggering display of efficiency from the local council, by the time we arrived, we'd found they'd already removed them. I'm at Lake Lock Railroad in Wakefield. What you're looking at is the remains of probably the world's first public railway. Now, every time you claim to have the world's first thing, someone always pipes up with, well, actually it was invented in so-and-so in 4000 BC, and the whole thing feels like a pointless exercise. So, look, it probably is the world's first public railway, but lots of places were doing similar things at the time, so argue amongst yourselves. Anyway, let me take you back to the mid-18th century, to the start of the Industrial Revolution. A series of inventions allowed people to make far more things on a far bigger scale far faster than ever before. Industry moved out of people's homes and into purpose-built buildings, with Richard Arkwright creating the world's first modern factory in Derbyshire in 1771. A few years later, people discovered that they could use steam to power industrial machines, and a huge demand was created for one of the most important rocks to come out of the Earth's surface: coal.
Coal, coal, always believe in your soul.
Right, enough of that. As well as powering homes, coal drove forth the Industrial Revolution, and people needed to transport it much quicker to where it was needed. They were already using the local air and colder rivers to move coal from the local mines, but throughout the 18th century these were made a lot more navigable and efficient by building canals. So, you can move coal fairly efficiently using the local canals, but you still need to actually get it to the canals fairly quickly. This is your average workhorse. When attached to a wooden cart, it can pull around a ton of coal at walking speed. Now, this isn't very fast, especially if you've got a lot of people wanting a lot of coals. So, how do you speed it up? By adding rails. Now, that same horse can pull 3 times the weight it could before, and much faster. There's far less friction on rails than there is on road. The impact of this was immediate. It's estimated that by 1807, when the railway had been in operation for about 9 years, 110,000 tonnes of material was being moved on the rails each year. The Lake Lock Railroad Company was set up in 1796 by public subscription and started operating in 1798. Whilst similar horse-drawn railways, or wagonways if you want to be pedantic, were owned by private companies, this one was different in that it was available for public use. You simply loaded up your wagons, paid a toll, and were free to carry your goods to the local canal. Starting here in Stanley in Wakefield, it ran 3 miles west to Outwood. However, as technology improved and steam-powered locomotives came into use, horse-drawn wagonways could not compete against this new technology and were slowly phased out. This one closed in 1836. It's remarkable to think that you can still see surviving elements today, even though most of it has been ripped up by Wakefield City Council. Nevertheless, everything from your daily commuter train to your heavy freight train can be traced back to simple horse-drawn wagonways like this one.
You are cold,
Just not happy.
glad that you're bound to return. There's something I could have learned. You're indestructible.